Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre. We're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
Hey, it's Keith Simpson here. I'm the general manager of Norel Toyota, soon to be Fort McMurray Toyota. Pretty excited for our new dealership. We're here to take care of you. Come on down and be part of our family.
And we are back. Big shout out to Norel Toyota, our title sponsor. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. As everybody at home knows, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job of that than myself. So, sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name is Daniel McDonald. You might know me as DMAK in the music world. I don't know. That's all I got. I'm DJ producer here in Fort Mac. And yeah.
There you go. And you got some pretty cool merch. Thank you very much for dropping this off to us today. Very cool mugs here. And I notice it's on your hat as well. So tell me a little bit about the logos that we're seeing. What does that represent? How does that quantify your brand?
So just kind of trial and error. Trying to make a logo work, and just a triangle as a D kind of worked out, so I went with that, and that's kind of the main logo, just a triangle. And then
I like that, and it looks like a play or a fast forward. Like, it looks very musical to me when I see that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really think of that till now.
Yeah.
But
Really?
yeah.
I thought that was intentional. I
No.
thought it was a play button.
No.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
and I
that
saw
works.
it because I've been seeing a lot of the marketing that you've been doing. We've been helping out. Like you play down at Club Rewind, and so the whole time I've been looking at it, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's musical. Like, it's a
Yeah.
different way of it's not a note,
No, exactly.
but when you see that, you're like, oh yeah, I remember back in the day with my little tape recorder,
Yeah.
going back and forth with this button.
My
Makes sense
generation,
now.
at least would probably recognize it as a play button, first, out the gate. That's.
Oh yeah, because of the screen.
Yeah, I would
time.
recognize that as a play button logo faster than I'd recognize a music logo, like a musical note.
Yeah, facts.
100%.
Facts. Huh.
Never thought
That's
of that.
funny. Well, then there you go.
How it originated, though, first when I started, I made a record label called MAK Recordings, and
Okay.
that was the logo, just that. So then after, I still release under MAK Recordings, but I just changed that and made that DMAK with the logo.
Okay, cool. I love it. Now, how did you get into this DJing?
I don't know, really. It's we were always into music and, partying and stuff as we were younger. And then one day my friends were just like, I don't know if I started finding songs first, had the iPod going, so I had all the bangers on there. And then eventually, I don't know how it started. I think Avicii and all them started blowing up with levels, and we kind of really got into watching DJs, mostly me. And then I kind of just was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I bought these little decks that were probably, I don't know, $70 at Best Buy. And then there's still pictures on my Instagram. First, you can see
Cool.
it. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's hilarious. And that's kind of how it started. Just kept growing and building from there.
Yeah.
When I was old enough to get in clubs, old enough,
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
old enough.
That's right.
Maybe not legal, but
Yeah, that's right.
Old enough.
I think you're allowed in there. You just can't drink, type thing.
That's right.
If you make, I don't know how it works.
I know, I know some places will let you an underage to play,
Yeah,
and then they'll just get you out of there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
And we'll pretend that's what happened with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly that is what happened.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't here, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how it started, and now it's just it's literally a main focus every day when I wake up. It's just first thing.
Yeah. And now, outside of just playing music at a club and people coming to see you, you're very engaged online. I think that's a new
Yeah.
component of business, or of the music business. I think that people of my generation don't really understand.
Exactly.
Can you explain that a little bit to me?
Yeah. So I think right now online is probably the best way to gain traction, but also super hard if you want to say monetize your music.
Mm.
Easy to do, hard to actually get a lot of revenue. So, like when the last few years, I was kind of away from DJing, mostly focused on production and just releasing music, right?
Yeah.
So probably in the last 5 years, only DJ'd a handful of times, but producing every single day and
Right.
focused on the online presence.
Yeah.
Still super hard, but in the last, I'd say 2 years, the growth has been probably 1,000 times as what it was in the past.
Right.
Say,
You are blowing up.
10 years. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
crazy now. So
Getting big plays by big artists at big festivals.
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So like when something like that happens and you find out like at this huge music festival, this level of artist sampled what I did and put it into their
Right.
work, like how do you then move forward or push that momentum? Like do you contact that person? Like how do they tag you when that set goes out? Like how does that even like how do those dominoes start to fall?
Well, in this case, I had no idea. The only reason why I knew is because on my distribution platform,
Yeah.
I woke up one day, I check it every day, and then it was like YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of just not my strong point.
Right.
I just looked and the views were at like 10,000 in one day. I was like, holy.
Yeah.
So I went and checked it out. And because like if other people upload my music, I'll get, the views for it. Basically, that's how it works.
Right.
If YouTube detects it.
That's right.
So yeah, they must have detected the song, and that's how I knew. He never tagged me. He didn't ask me.
Yeah.
Which is obviously.
Yeah.
Have
You
to
don't.
ask
No,
me,
that's exactly it.
right.
Yeah. That's why I want to know like
It's
how it works.
It's
because
uploaded to a record pool, right?
My song.
Yeah.
It's just on like everywhere, like Beatport. Like you can buy it, download. He must have downloaded somehow.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool that
Yeah.
a big artist can find a small artist and then help them get big. But like my whole thing is like
It doesn't really help them if the guy on stage doesn't let the people know who the
Yeah.
music's
that's
from.
right, but that's what I mean. But all of a sudden, like now because of technology,
Yeah.
it does. And
yeah.
now you saw like an instant like boom.
Yeah, like I know that's there, which is cool.
That's
Very neat.
really neat.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I reached out to him. He never got back to me.
Yeah, that's all
He
right.
doesn't care. But
That's all right. Yeah.
he likes the song. That's all
Like
that's
the
important.
song. Yeah, that's exactly it. And like your music is like being heard by more people.
And he might care. His Instagram just might be managed by a company who doesn't care.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
you
there
never
could be
know.
more to it.
Yeah, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so has your engagement with what you're doing hasn't changed since that's happened though? Like you always have been really focusing at this.
Yeah.
So this is like you've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. I noticed like my last release gained a lot of traction very fast.
Yeah.
I think it's because of that Move It Down track, which kind of blew up.
Right.
And now like my next release, I think Spotify might have pushed it.
Right.
And
Right.
like now it's at 20,000
Yeah.
streams, which is crazy in like
Wow.
a month.
And
right?
and your other song has over 100,000 plays, doesn't it?
Like almost 160 now.
Yeah, that's
That one's just
insane.
every day it's growing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, because they're bangers.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And if you want to hear some of those bangers, you're playing pretty regularly at Club Rewind, so that's pretty
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah,
So how's that going for you?
it's pretty good. It's good to get back into it, really. The vibes down there are really great. Yeah, I don't know. I like it there.
Yeah.
For sure.
How are you finding doing it again for you, just being in a public setting versus
Yeah.
at home? Like, how are you finding that transition?
The first show, nervous.
Yeah.
No need to be because not like a huge festival or nothing, but
Yeah.
still nervous. Even the second one, because the first one was kind of like the real rave.
Yeah.
So it was kind of I knew kind of what to expect. Like it's 1 hour
Yeah.
and people are there for rave music.
That's right.
But the second one was kind of like okay, just regular club people just getting out.
Yeah.
And that day was like I'm gonna have to play different.
Right.
Right? I can't just play all bangers.
That's right.
I gotta
That's right.
kind of play some remixes people might know.
Mhm.
So that's a little different. But now I could see, how people are reacting. So
Yeah. Yeah. Because it takes a minute, like
it
to
does, yeah.
to figure out a vibe of like,
Yeah.
what are these people wanting on this particular evening? Like, how am I going to keep them not just interested in this song,
Exactly.
but for the whole night? Like, it's a lot of work.
And every night's different.
That's right.
Depends on the group of people.
That's right. That's exactly it.
Yep.
So
How you feel like you did down there, though? You happy with your results?
Yeah, I think it's going pretty good
that's
for
awesome.
me.
man.
Yeah, I like it.
You're. I don't think people understand like what kind of caliber you're at. Like you have the numbers and the quality and the skill of like a very large DJ. You know, like you are a professional, and you just kind of like live in Fort McMurray. People should like come and see that. You know,
Yeah.
you're like our most successful DJ in this city.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great. More people came to see it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, from a global scale at least. You know.
yeah, yeah, for sure. If you don't know, you don't know, really.
Yeah, it's wild. Like it's one of those things when you digest content online. Like for the most part, this show is digested primarily for McMurray.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
Mac City Morning Show.
Yep.
That being said, sometimes an episode will air with somebody who is not from Fort McMurray, and all of a sudden their audience will start digesting it, and it goes
Right.
like in a global direction, right? But not a lot of people think like, oh, the person that is going in that global direction could potentially be like your next door neighbor or like the local DJ
Yeah.
who like plays every once in a while at this club. There potentially could be people in Fort McMurray that listen to your music
Right.
and don't connect the dots potentially because like
Exactly.
online doesn't necessarily
Well,
show
you
location.
have those stats though. Do you know how many of your numbers come from Fort McMurray?
Not a lot. So the
Okay.
thing is, like, if I post, say, on Instagram and Facebook,
Yeah.
the algorithm is not
Okay.
going to show it here as much as, like,
Right.
say, if my majority is in the U.S. or, say, U.K.,
Yeah,
they're pushing there.
that's right.
So here, in order for me to target people here, I have to pay for advertising,
Yeah.
which it takes a long time still. Like, you got to waste probably $100, say.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money, but if you want
a
to,
lot of money.
it is a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's
that
not
is
chump
right.
change.
Yeah, yeah. It's not great. And then, only then, will they kind of start
Yeah.
pushing more people from your target location.
And then you have to consistently be paying that $100 to keep
Yeah.
a month to make sure your numbers stay there or they drop.
right.
Basically, you want like $5 to $10 a day just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Because the learning is like, I don't know if you guys know much about, but they got you do.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
He
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the learning part of it, you're wasting a lot of money there.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
It's like, and this is, I tell all our clients, like it's better to create that good content that goes out
Yeah.
versus like spend the money on creating good content.
Yeah.
Avoid spending money on boosting that content.
Exactly.
You need that thing to go organically and like you need to hit the demographic. And that in itself takes work to make good content.
And time.
That's right.
A lot of time.
A lot of time. But if you're like going to go down the money route, buckle up.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be expensive.
You're not getting returns.
No.
Not easily.
Not easily. All right,
Right.
Tanner tapped his phone. That means he's ready with his segment, the Mac City Minute. But that being said, before we cut into that, we need to hear from Carrie from Patchouli Rose. Carrie, take it away.
Hi, I'm Carrie Beaton. I make all natural skincare and a variety of herbal remedies. I'm also an artist that works with acrylic on a variety of substrates. To check out all my products and works I have available, you can click on the links below. Thank you so much.
And we are back.
Love it.
Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty. Question number 1 for you today. What is one song that you like to play that always gets the people moving?
Rack City, Will Sparks remix.
Yeah. Question number 2. What is one reason somebody would want to hear you DJ?
If you want to have a good time and enjoy your night, you should come watch me DJ.
Question number 3. What is your favorite pre or post show tradition?
Pre-show, I don't really have a tradition. It's kind of get music together. That's basically it. Pre-show or after show, go to sleep.
Question number 4. What is one song people would be surprised to find out you love?
Gosh. I don't know, some Kygo stuff.
And your final question. What do you think is the best carnival food?
Hot dogs.
And those have been your 5 questions.
Oh, no. The rabbit hole we're about to go down. All right. When we're talking about hot dogs, what are we talking about?
Because we love hot dogs.
Like, we're not going to... Everybody at home is sick of hearing how much we love hot dogs. Let's hear about your hot dogs.
I don't know. I don't know.
Where's like, where's your favorite place to get a hot dog? Are we talking gas station, ballpark, at home? Are we talking like, what do you get on it? Like,
Okay. It's different every time, but I like, say ballpark hot dog, you know?
you going hot dog, smoky?
Probably smoky,
Yup.
I would think.
And then what do you get? Like, what are we going? Jalapeno smoky, cheddar smoky, regular smoky?
I like cheddar and jalapeno, so
Yup.
combine those two.
What are you putting on it?
Sometimes there'll be ketchup, onions, mustard maybe.
Yeah, great answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your hot dogs are decadent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gourmet
Do
Yeah.
you put cheese?
and cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put cheese.
What kind of cheese? Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, depends on the day.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of shredded or something.
Shredded. Yup.
But what else? Oh, I like when the bun's toasted.
Yep.
Yup. This man knows how to eat a hot dog.
You really do.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting together a beautiful dog here.
Yeah, I know.
And then do you do a side? Are you like chips? Are you fries? Are you
I'd rather just have 2 hot dogs.
that, bro?
Yeah.
Yup. And then what are you getting to drink with it?
All I drink is like water and coffee.
Water. So you're having a water with it then?
Yeah. And then after that, it's probably coffee.
Nice. Wow. Great hot dog order.
Yeah. The only downside to it for me, I can't get away with eating 2. Like,
Yeah, you can.
we're going 3 at
Oh,
this
yeah.
minimum. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going backwards. No.
Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna say.
No,
you're
no.
full of it. I've seen you eat 2 hot dogs on the regular.
on the like, I could drop 2 hot dogs. Your hot dog, I'm eating 3 to 4
Yeah.
Yeah. With no side.
with no side. Yeah, no
Yeah,
side.
you do 2 and a side, or like
Yeah.
3.
For Christmas, this guy got me a hot dog
Roller.
roller.
Oh yeah.
He, like, like when
Bro.
you go to the gas station, you see
Yeah.
him on the roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him one of those. You can put 4 hot dogs in it. Has a bun toaster on it.
That's dangerous.
Oh, you're telling
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It almost became like a fixture on like the kitchen counter. Like, and it kind of did. It's still in the kitchen. I can see it. It's just in a box now, but yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
And like
That's wild.
my go-to hot dog is, and it's controversial, is gas station. I
Yeah.
love a good gas station hot dog.
Shell.
Yeah, on the pretzel bun with a smoky, like that is, and just some cheese. That is the way to go for me.
Yeah.
And so like when you have it on that roller, it comes out just like a gas station hot dog.
Yeah.
Except you can control how like you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My go-to hot dog is Fat Frank's out of Edmonton.
Oh yeah. Never had.
Oh, so good. I don't know where all the locations are. Like, for a while, there was a number of different locations.
Right.
Like, it started off on White Ave, then he got a place in the West Edmonton Mall, and
Yeah.
then there was even like a food truck here in Fort Mac.
Really.
So
You must
Fat
have been
Frank's.
excited about that.
Oh,
There's
yes, I was.
There's 2 locations in Edmonton. One's on 114th Street and one's on 101 Avenue.
Yeah, best hot dog.
Yeah.
Period.
Really?
Yeah, and like the sides that you can pick to put on it, and it's like now he has a bunch of locations, but I think it's just like a dude who started in Edmonton and then just
What's it called?
Fat
Frank's.
Frank's.
Shout out Fat
Yeah,
Frank.
big shout out to Fat Frank's.
What's that place? That drive-in that's in Calgary and Edmonton. They did one in Red Deer now.
Oh yeah, I've been there too.
Peter's Dive-In.
Oh,
drive-in.
yeah.
They have
That
some
is
good hot
good.
dogs too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Calgary, there's a place that you can get hot dogs that gets like crazy with it. They put like Captain Crunch and peanut butter and stuff in your hot
Really?
dogs.
I don't know about
Like,
that.
I don't know if they serve like this is. I had it like 6 years ago, so they might not exist anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love hot dogs. Long
Yeah.
story short,
They are.
or long story long. That was like a 5-minute conversation
Yeah.
about hot dogs.
Oh well, it's
Yeah.
deserved.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, for everybody at home, like obviously you got an accent. You're not from Fort McMurray.
Right.
Where are you from
Yeah,
originally?
I'm from Newfoundland
Okay.
originally.
And then you moved here how long ago?
2016.
Okay, so you've been here for a bit.
Yeah.
And so what brought you out here? Like I kind of know the answer. It wasn't DJing.
No.
Yeah.
Just, money.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
you work at site. Like you have like
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. It's great. It's not that great actually, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather be DJing full time. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you'll get there.
Yeah. And it's
People
cool.
should come check him out on Saturday.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
That's the start. You
At
know?
Club Rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we're like
Yes.
I see your stuff all the time now being posted. And so like
yeah,
it'll happen, man. People hear about you.
Yeah.
No doubt, like, you'll become a regular on this show too.
You say people have
sure.
heard of him, man.
That's right,
Have
way
you
more.
Seen his, like,
Yeah.
what is it, 30,000 monthly listeners or
Yeah.
something like that?
It's
Yeah.
like 20 now, but it dropped off a little, but
Yeah,
starting to pick up again.
because you're dropping the music, you're putting in the work.
Yeah.
Like, I see your social. Like,
Right.
if you put in the work, like, it'll happen, bro.
Should. It's
Yeah,
really
man.
hard to target, like I say, like Fort Mac, get people to come out.
That's right. That's right.
At, like Alberta, even
Yeah.
Edmonton,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because like I have a lot, technically, but
Yeah.
spread out over the world.
That's
So
right.
it's not a lot, really.
That's right.
It's just everywhere,
That's right.
you know.
It's so interesting. Like, it's something that I love to look at, is just music and how it works.
Yeah,
Because it's a wild thing.
it is wild.
And like how something hits in different pockets.
Yeah,
Like, to me, like, and collaborations when you come together. Like,
yeah,
an artist that I've been listening to a decent amount lately, which is kind of weird, but like how it came up, but is Beyonce.
okay.
And like, I listened to one of Beyonce's like newer albums, and like I haven't really listened to her since like,
Single ladies.
yeah,
Right.
and like the wild, cool things that she's doing right now. She must be collaborating with some like amazing producers and
Really,
artists and stuff. And so like it's interesting to see like how even an artist's career can just change so much, but still remain like she's still the same person, right?
Exactly.
But like, yeah. And then sometimes I'll listen to some weird jazz
Yeah.
where I'm just like, man, this is blowing my mind. Like, I'm all over the place. So
Yeah.
music,
Shout
it's
out Borgward.
yeah. Oh, like my dad is an audiophile, so he has like a record player at home, and it's like it's a whole thing. You got to hit like 6 different amplifiers and all this to get the sound out of it, right?
Right.
So I go over and I hang out with him sometimes, and some of the jazz he's got there is just like, it's weird stuff.
Really?
Yeah, man. Some
Yeah.
of the stuff that musicians were doing, because when you think of jazz, you think of like probably like
Coffee shop music.
coffee shop
Yeah.
music or stuff like back from the 60s and stuff, like, you know, in Harlem or whatnot.
Yeah.
But then like the jazz that they were doing in like the 70s and 80s and 90s, you're just like, what kind of sounds am I listening to here?
Wild,
The
eh?
psychedelic jazz.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's some neat stuff.
Yeah.
Like Andre 3000's new album. I'm not calling that jazz.
No.
That is not jazz,
Yeah.
but it's a unique sound,
Right.
you know? And like, oh, when Tanner taps his watch, that means we're out of time. All right. Well, listen, we're out of time because he tapped his watch. But before we cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
I don't know. Shout out Fort Mac. Come see me on Saturday, and every other time I'm at Club Rewind.
There we go. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world. That's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the team at Coldwell for the little clip you're about to see. Hope everybody at home's having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.